Fivio Foreign is back on social media crashing out, trying to take our attention away from him being exposed badly from all fronts this week. Fivio is currently having a very hard time coping with the internet now, knowing that he's scary. So he took to his Twitter, and this is what he had to say. He wrote, sucking my teeth. I don't care how many ninjas Rooga box. Man to man, I told him, let's get it on. Every street ninja, no. All call outs is mandatory. So he forever punani in my eyes. Then he went after 50 for whatever reason. I'm still unsure about this, but we'll get to this a little later in this video. He put 50 punani for coming at old YNs. When T.I. owed a literate country out on his heels, ain't no changing subjects, ninja. And I hate how New York didn't stand together about that ish, but F it. Now, when he says 50 is punani for coming at old YNs, he considered himself an old YN. Like, Fivio Foreign is closer to 40 than he is closer to 30. But yeah, Fivio Foreign OGs are Chief Keef and Pop Smoke. Like, how does that work, bruh? All right, Fivio Foreign is like a decade older than Pop Smoke. The reason why Fivio Foreign is on his Twitter timeline right now, ranting and raving and popping it and typing his finger away, is because Fivio Foreign is embarrassed. He's embarrassed that his cards got pulled. Right? They called his bluff, and he ain't live up to it. See, Fivio Foreign was popping it during his interview with DJ Academics. He was popping it. He was calling out several rappers, saying how they not street, they not tough like him. One rapper in particular is a rapper from Chicago called Rooga. Fivio Foreign told Academics how he had Rooga scared and shook. He told Rooga, let's fight, and Rooga ain't want to fight. He ducked it because he's Fivio Foreign. Now, he was popping it during his interview before he knew that Rooga was going to call his bluff. But no, seriously, before we can discuss how Fivio Foreign got exposed, let's just rewind a clip of Fivio Foreign popping it and convincing the world that he's really tough and like that before he knew what was going to transpire after this interview.
And it's like big, like free level Hoover concerts that's generating millions. So anyway, and my brother Gino was there, all type of shit. Jay was there. It was a lot of there. I ain't got to never lie, right? So they told me that Rooga was in the building, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, bring him here. Bring him in my room. Because they had me a separate room, whatever, in my room. So I don't know him. I just know he was GD. And that time when we was in Atlanta, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, bring him to the room. We brought him to the room. I'm like, yo, hey, Sam, GDK. You know my big song. That's how I'm living. So I'm like, yo, bring him to the room. I got to see what he on, right? So he comes to the room. And he steps to the room, and this is word to my mother. I swear to God, I kiss the floor. I'm dying right now. My mother rolling his grave. I'll never lie. Nipsey Hussle rolling his grave because they said streets. The nigga came to me. I said, yo, listen. I heard you as GD. We gonna fight right now. We gonna get it out the way. This is what we gonna do. This is what's gonna happen. And then you could go record so we can live how we live. But me, see, I'm a hood nigga, and this is like different jail tactics. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this out the way so you're not doing some weird shit. Thinking, oh, I'm a backdoor 5 in. I'm gonna call my other G man, right? We're the mother. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what the
You was not about to fight him and just go back to recording. You was done that?
That's nothing. It's easy. I'm good.
Well, Chicago fight though. The last recorded fight.
Let me tell you what he did, and this is word of my mother. Ain't nobody record this, and nobody put the camera out or nothing because we just was on man timing, and everybody was there. You know who else was there? Boo, Akon brother. Yeah. So I ain't lying. I'm lying, I'm dying, I'm flying. You know what the nigga told me? Grabbed his chest and backed up and was like, yo, bro, I'm not even on that time and none of that. Like, I don't care about none of that. I swear to God, for my mother. And then I saw him later on the internet and I was like, yeah, I had to tell Fonzie about this. I was like, it's crazy.
What?
Nah, that's what happened.
That was hard to follow. It's not your fault. Gangbanging is stupid. So Fivio Foreign is GDK. He don't like the GDs. He's from New York. Now, Rooga is from Chicago. He's GD. Now, I don't even know how New Yorkers got Gangsta Disciples. I thought like GDs were like a Chicago thing, but nonetheless though, Fivio Foreign screams GDK in all his songs. So when he seen Rooga was at the event, he claims he invited Rooga over to his room so they could fight it out so they can just get the tension out the way. And he claims that Rooga said he didn't want to fight and he's not on that with Fivio Foreign. Now, first off, I don't even know why a New Yorker and a Chicago dude would be fighting in the first place when clearly y'all are too far away to even have beef. You being GDK from New York and him being GD from Chicago, that warrants a fight. That to me, that's just idiotic and stupid and buffoonery. But the claim that Rooga said, no, I'm not on that. That's the claim. Now, Rooga obviously thought this was hilarious. Rooga thought Fivio Foreign was capping. Now, again, I can't even tell you who's telling the truth because I don't know. But that's not my point here, right? Who turned the fade down at the concert? I don't know. But clearly, once this got to the internet, both of these rappers had a point to prove. Both of them agreed and signed up for a boxing match, but only one of them ducked the boxing match afterwards. After the Fivio interview, Aiden Ross took notice of Rooga and Fivio Foreign going back and forth online. So he contacted Rooga and asked Rooga if he would fight Fivio. Rooga said yeah. Fivio initially agreed to fight Rooga, but then as negotiations was going on, Fivio Foreign ducked it, went ghost, just stopped responding because he didn't want to get embarrassed in the ring.
Okay, here I am.
They don't let academics in the dough.
We only here right now because Fivio ducked me.
True. I mean, I don't.
Now hold on. Now we got to talk about that.
Fivio was supposed to fight Rooga. Well,
I talked to Fivio.
Hold on.
What happened on that?
I'll tell you what happened. We were supposed to make this fight happen. But Fivio stopped answering my Jordan's calls out of nowhere. Just went ghost.
Oh my god!
I'm just being real.
He stopped answering.
What? No, hold on now.
No, I'm down. Fivio's in New York. I'm gonna call Fivio out. I gotta figure out why he ducked the fight. I feel like I should call him right now.
Let me say that you should call Fivio.
Can I call him right now and ask him why he ain't in the fight?
Yes, because I want to make Fivio and Rooga happen.
Hold on.
Chat, who would want that, chat? Who would want Fivio and Rooga to fight on brand risk?
Now, hold on. I'm gonna give for Fivio. I talked to Fivio off camera. He told me he was ready to put the pause on a lot, not necessarily Rooga, but he said niggas could get it this year from him. I gotta figure out like what's going on because I thought this was gonna happen. Fivio, pick up. I'm gonna text you. I'll double call. I hope Fivio not watching the stream like, yo, act chill, bro. Like, you making it hot. Hold on. Give me.
He like, please stop calling. He's watching this shit.
Hold on. Nah, I'm gonna get him on here.
Tell him
I'm not gonna show the screenshot, but he literally. Can I show you the screen? I'm gonna send you your phone. He literally ghosted my partner.
Your average rapper can't fight. It's really that simple. Did I ever expect for Fivio Foreign to hop in a ring and risk his entire career? I don't think so, right? Like, whatever check Aiden Ross could give Fivio Foreign. Now, Blueface got $300,000. I think Fivio Foreign needs $300,000 right now, man. But your average rapper can't fight. And the last thing you want to do as a rapper is go in that ring and get embarrassed, and now your cool points is out the window, is 100% done. Even a Rooga fight I seen. Now, K-Mac just couldn't fight, right? Like, K-Mac didn't know how to fight, to be honest, bro. Right? He's like a street dude. I love K-Mac. I love his spirit, right? I want to see K-Mac win. Bro has overcame a lot, but you got to take this boxing thing more seriously, bro. Like, and I felt like K-Mac can take it seriously. Yo, K-Mac is like, what, 160 pounds? Why wasn't K-Mac in shape? Why was he getting gassed out, like, in 3 rounds? Right? Like, he didn't take it seriously, and that's his fault. And, you know, and even Rooga, like, bro, like, I watched Rooga, like punch like this, and I'm like, that's not, like none of these dudes are technical boxers, right? They'll have a hard time in the ring with me. I tell you that, Paul. Hey, man, I ain't popping it. Right? I ain't popping it. Listen, man, the only person I want to fight is Crip Mac, but he ducking it. He don't want to fight, right? Like, they contacted him to fight me, man, and he said he wants $55,000. Man, bro, stop it, bro. You're not worth $500, man. But this is not the only bad news for Fivio Foreign this week. So Fivio Foreign, I guess, ex-best friend, Pop Smoke. Now, it is rumored that him and Pop Smoke weren't seen eye to eye before Pop Smoke's death, but Pop Smoke's family did an interview with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder where they called out Fivio Foreign and others for being fake industry homies and not holding down Pop and his family after Pop's death.
Checks in?
Who checks in? Who checks in?
We're not gonna name that. We're not gonna name that. If you don't want to name them, bro, you ain't got the name them.
So who's supposed to check in?
I think everybody's supposed to check in like how we're checking in now in due time.
I agree. The people that y'all would think should be tapping in, not tapping in. You know, academics already had an interview with Fivio, already ran down on him on the internet.
Damn, you ran down on Fivio?
Like, yeah, just be.
But why though?
It's like you out, and this is what I'm saying. This is my.
But you don't
grievance.
feel like that stress your mom
No,
out?
let him talk. Let
No,
him
I'm
get
just,
out. Let him get out.
I'm just asking.
I got answers, bro. I'm not afraid, bro. Listen,
I
for
know
me,
you're not afraid.
wallahi, all praises.
Facts.
Listen, at
Talk
the end of
to
the
him.
day, when you say you love, like for instance, if I was to die right now, my friends don't come support my mom or my family ever, that's an issue. I'm not saying you got business and you flying out and you got stuff to take. Everybody got to get their money, bro. I would never want to see a black man not get no money.
I feel you on that.
But if you talking about, yo, I'm ride or die, yo, we the woo, shoot for the star, I got it tatted on me.
As somebody who has lost all my best friends, like all my best friends who I grew up with are all dead. Like they've all died. So I can speak towards this because I feel an obligation, right? And I feel an obligation specifically because, yo, these are people I love. So like like my one homie who just passed away, and he was the last one out of the group, and he had a baby on the way. I feel an obligation to that baby to step up and do whatever I can to that baby because, like that's my homie. Like that's somebody who I told I love you to every time I seen him, right? So I can't tell you I love you, homie, and then you pass away, and then I forget you, and I forget your mama, I forget your family, right? And I'm not probably as wealthy as half these rappers, but you got to step in if you love somebody. Now, I have my own personal biases when it comes to Pop Smoke's brother. I'm not going to include it in this video. I just think dude's an overall cornball, to be honest, bruh. Like I remember like one time I was, you feel me? I had my brother on the podcast, and I found out after the fact, I didn't know. So like one of the like producers said, yo, Pop Smoke's brother sent in a super chat. And apparently like I read the super chat and we discussed it, but I didn't like know who the brother was. I didn't like recognize his name. And so I didn't like shout out the quote unquote brother. I just read the super chat and shout out, you feel me, and shouted out the name. This dude was apparently insulted that I didn't know he was Pop Smoke's brother. So he went on Instagram dissing me. So the dude is a cornball all in all, but I felt like his mother articulated properly and really put into perspective what's expected and what's not expected. Right? You feel me? He should let the mother speak. So the mom stepped in and she really broke down how foul these people are.
That's it.
Got you.
So you see, as the firstborn, he has expectations and he also feels an obligation to cover his mother.
That's right.
I, on the other hand, if you show up, you're supposed to be there. You don't show up, you're not supposed
cool
to
with
be
that,
there,
yeah.
right?
It
I
shows you
don't.
who you are.
Those were people who knew him, were a part of his world, on the ride for whatever it is they were going to get from being there with him. Not mad at you. Don't abuse me. Don't use me. Right? If you're not dealing with me, you're not dealing with me. But don't come through when you need a favor. Right? Because it's about being real. So I am not as upset as he is.
Yeah, he's upset.
Yeah, he is. Because, it's his brother.
got it right.
and
No, I
it was-
understand.
it was a
I
different
understand.
place.
No,
It's a
I
different
feel
place.
you.
Yeah, I get
It's a different place. And so, because he knows of them and he understands that if they are who they said they were,
Right.
then they should cover us a little differently.
Got you.
But the fact that you're not covering says you are not what you say you are.
Forget us, my mom.
Yeah,
I'm my own person. I'm gonna take care of me. You feel me?
definitely.
What are they supposed to do for me, though? But what are they?
Whatever.
What were they supposed to do for
What
me?
you're doing, the foundation and things of that sort. That's why we here. They showing
Yeah,
love.
that's what we really
They
want
showing
to talk
love
about.
Especially if they're not asking for money. Like Pop Smoke has had several like albums since he died. So I'm sure the family is well off financially. I'm sure the mama has received a lot of that money if the splits is being done right. They even not testified, but they even admitted that like Pop Smoke's, I guess, like manager and everyday dude, Steven Victor, he's no longer tapping in with the family according to them. So that's unfortunate and that's sad. But if they're not even asking for money, they're just asking you to show up and let your name and likeness to help the foundation go, and you can't do that, to me, that's foul. Because I know some dudes might stay away because they don't got the bread right now. They don't got the money to really give or show love to. But if they're only asking you to show up and be present and give your time and you're not doing it, I don't know, man. Now, I think the mama is talking about showing up and giving your time. I think the brother is talking about show up and take care of me. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that Fivio Foreign is going out sad? Let me know. And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video here, or here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, to find out how Tucker Carlson is cooked and F beyond belief, right? Click on this video right here to find out why bro is absolutely cooked. And if you enjoy my content, please click on the hype button below this video to send me a hype. It's absolutely free, and it's the best way to push my videos in the algorithm for me. So please send me a hype if you love me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see you guys in this Tucker Carlson video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.